Hey everyone, it's Steve Saccia with Build This Brick, and I'm back for part 2 of the Lego Batmobile. Today we're going to be showing the second half of the time lapse, as well as do a full review at the very end, talking about all the features that we've seen thus far and anything new that's come along. Thanks for coming back for part 2, and we'll see you at the end. So after 3 days and about 7 hours worth of total work on this whole thing, finally completed the Batmobile. This was an endurance test, I gotta say. I knocked it out in basically 3 sections. First one was a solid 3 hours, and then yesterday I got it in about an hour, and today I finished off with about about 2.5 hours to get the whole thing done. But it was an intense build the very beginning all the way through. The inside of this, which you can't really open up, has a lot of detail that goes into it, and it's a very precise build. The whole setup is just gorgeous as far as it looks. I mean, there are some neat features on it, which I'll show you real quick. The canopy opens up to reveal a really detailed inside, including the chairs, various gauges and controls. It's got shifter levels. The steering wheel does actually work, so if you were to turn it, it would turn the wheels. Too much effort. There you go. You can see it there. Very accurately made inside. It looks like it actually be fairly comfortable to sit in. However, you gotta say, these characters, the mini characters that are come with, while adorable and very well made to the likenesses of the characters from the movie, absolutely do not fit in the cockpit. This is almost more suited for like a full-size action figure than it is these guys. The base for it allows for a 360-degree spin, which is pretty cool. And one of the other really cool features on this is that it has working pop-up machine guns. So if you actually look on the back, you have the turbine, which would normally drive it, but it actually turns itself, and that is what activates the guns to pop up. So and there is enough force to actually blow off the panels, which is cool, just kind of like in the movie. And those pop up, and when you're done with them, they roll right back into place. Obviously, you'll need to manually put these back on, but that is just such a sweet little feature that I wouldn't have expected normally. You know, you don't see a whole lot of gun stuff when it comes to Legos. I will say the Joker does have a revolver with him, but overall, to put that feature, which was so prominently shown in the movie, is just really cool. And the way it works is just really kind of neat. The slats on the side are made with pillars that you would normally see on a plane, but they flipped them over on the sideways to allow airflow. The intakes for the turbines are really cool as well. The lights are super detailed on the front. I'm not sure if you can see that from that angle, but they don't actually light up or anything or pop up, but they are angled downwards that look exactly like you would see in the movie. And then you have your front turbine intake as well, which is very carefully made. It is a little loose. It's only hanging on by like 2 studs, which I was a little surprised by. But it's so far back and it's so protected by the front end that I don't think it'll ever be a real problem. On the back side, the fins are phenomenally made. I wish they were a little bit higher, actually. I think in later movies, like Batman Returns or Batman and Robin, they come up quite a bit higher. I would have liked to have seen that with this, but this is a pretty accurate representation of the 89 movie, so I understand why they don't go one peg higher or something like that. But really, I just love the swoop of that, and the detail on both sides is really good. Exit, exhaust, and everything is very cool. And as I mentioned, the turbine exit is just really a cool look to it, and it's actually functional with the way it spins. So overall, just a really, really cool model. I'm really glad I made it. So, let me know what you want to see in the future. I do have a couple more big builds that we're going to be doing, a couple castles that you guys might be familiar with. But check those out when we get a chance. But if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to let me know what you'd like to see in the future. Happy building. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.